If you ever tried to run a webinar and ended up juggling OBS, Zoom, recordings, and editing tools, you know how messy it can actually get. But what if you could present, record in 4K, live stream, and edit your content all in one place? That's right. In this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I run my webinars using Riverside and why it's become one of the simplest all-in-one solutions for creators and businesses. Now, Riverside did partner with me to show you exactly how to do this. So let's not take much time. Let's get right into it. What is going on, guys? My name is Sam. You're watching Lab Production Tips and Tools. And of course, the first thing, you're gonna need a Riverside account. If you don't have one, I'm gonna leave a link down below so you can actually try it for free. If you wanna pick up one of their paid plans, obviously make sure you use my discount code to get 15% off. I'm gonna leave the code right here. So Live Production, that's the discount code. Use it and you thank me later. All right, so once you have your account, all you need, obviously, you're gonna need to go to riverside.com, sign in if you already have an account. If you don't, just sign up and then join me here in my studio, well, in your studio. So technically, this is what the home is gonna look like, the home page inside of Riverside, of course. Now you want to make sure you choose which session or which studio you're gonna be using, because you can have multiple studios or multiple sessions in here. So for me, I'm just gonna use any random studio or the random session that I have in here. As you can see, once you have obviously the webinar feature enabled, depending on the plan that you're on, you're gonna see that it's gonna show up right here. Okay, it's gonna say webinar. Now if you wanted to go live or to record, you can actually use these buttons, but for us today, we're gonna be actually creating a webinar. So we're gonna go ahead and click the webinar button. Okay, the first thing, you want to make sure you name your webinar. So for me, we're gonna name it Cool Webinar. Now you also need to schedule it. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and schedule something. Let's say just gonna pick a random date and time. So I'm just gonna use this and that. Perfect. Whatever it's there. You want to make sure you choose your time zone, and here this is where you can actually invite people. So right now I'm just going to invite myself just to show you what it will look like. These will be people who are going to be presenting with you for the webinar. This is not gonna be for people who are going to be attending. Two different things. All right, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and enter my email. All right, and as you can see, I called myself a guest. Okay, I'm gonna choose the guest option, not a producer. And of course, in the description, you want to make sure you put all the good stuff about your webinar, just to make sure people know what it's gonna be about. For now, we can just call it test. And then if you have some pre-recorded content that you want to present during the webinar, you can actually have it right here. So you can toggle this and then you can upload some files. Maybe it could be a presentation, some pictures, some videos. You can actually go ahead and upload those. For now, we're not going to be using that. And then you have registration type or audience registration. You have two options. The first one is registration form. Second one is a direct link to be able to register. For now, we can just keep it as a form. Again, you can choose whatever works best for you. And then we obviously need to have a title. So title for the registration form, I can just call it Cool Webinar Form. And then of course, you gotta put your description. Again, I'm just gonna use test, but if you're running a real webinar, you have to put in some description, you know, some things that people were actually going to get during the webinar. If you have any other specific information that you want them to know, you can actually put it here. And then you have another tab that say hosted by. Obviously, you're gonna put your name here, or your business name, or your company name, and then that's it. And then here, this is where your attendees are going to fill in their names, email addresses, and of course, you can add another field. This could be a phone number, country, text field, or you can actually add a single selection field or a check box where you can check maybe option 1, option 2, and option 3, right? You can go ahead and have fun with it. And everything else here, as you can see, you can even customize it, the branding of it. You can add your own logo, right? By clicking on the plus sign. Obviously, I don't need to add anything here. You can change the color of it. You can choose if you want to show Riverside logo. Let's say you want to hide it because you want it to be branded to your own brand. And then you can also add the background and all the good stuff to be able to customize it. Also, for the email notifications before people join, you can actually add some reminders, registration confirmation time, toggle the reminder 1 day before. This is a typical webinar reminder sequence, right? You can also have like toggle to have them reminded an hour before, and of course follow up after the event and follow up with non-attendees. People did not attend, you can actually still follow up, which is pretty cool. So in my opinion, you probably want to toggle everything because everything is kind of looking good. They also give you a preview so you can see what the email is gonna look like, so you know what your attendees will actually be seeing. So they say like an hour before the webinar, cool webinar form starts in 1 hour, right? So this will be like the name of the webinar, right? And the session will be hosted on Riverside and online, blah, blah, blah. Your host will be me or your brand, and then the date. And then of course, if you have some notes, remember we have put some notes in there. As you can see, description, test, how to join the session on your Chrome. So it's giving them everything. And of course, click this button to join the session, which is pretty cool. So this is like a sequence of reminders and it's really nice. Okay, so once you're done, all you gotta do is just click create webinar, and now it's going to create an actual webinar, and it's gonna be waiting for you to be ready to go live. I mean, you're not really going live, it's just to go live on the webinar, right? So as you can see, it says session scheduled, and again, it's called the cool webinar. Okay, now you can also copy the registration link just to see what it looks like, or if you want to manually send it to people. So in fact, if I copy that link and then paste in my browser, this is gonna give you an idea of what your form is actually going to look like. So as you can see, it says cool webinar form and registration to join. That's the title. Your attendees will put their names here, first, last name, email address, and then save my spot. So that's how they're going to register, right? So once they register, obviously they're gonna get reminders. Remember the sequence to get reminded when it's actually time to join the webinar. So next step, we're gonna go ahead. As you can see here in our studio, we have it already scheduled, and as you can see, starting soon. And what we need to do is we're gonna go ahead and actually click start. Now this is something you can actually do before you even start to set up your studio, to add your cameras and things like that, which is pretty cool. Now when you get here, obviously this is gonna be your name as the host. So let's say I'm gonna just say Samuel, and as you can see, my camera is showing up, no problem. The microphone, I'm gonna change it just because I want to avoid some echoes. Obviously you want to make sure you choose your microphone and your speakers, which is pretty cool. So again, I'm just gonna choose something else here to avoid some echoes, and as you can see, we're kind of ready to go. You want to make sure you choose I'm using headphones to avoid some sort of echo cancellation applied to your audio, unless you're not. And once you get here, this is where again you can still copy this link, send it to someone who might be hosting the webinar with you. If you don't have anyone, then you can actually ignore it and host it yourself. Now as you can see, you have different layouts here depending on what you're trying to do. If you have a guest on, you can have them actually show up. You can also share your screen. So if I go here and then you can share a presentation, but you can also share a screen. So I can go ahead and actually do entire screen, and let's say I want to share this screen right here, and then click share. And as you can see, I mean, this is where I'm recording this video. It's my Streamlabs, but if you wanted to, you can actually share a screen, and as you can see, you can put yourself here in the corner, which is pretty cool. Or you can, try a different layout. You can try something like, probably not, this is not the best one, but anything that kind of like feature a screen, you can actually use it, right? Like this one, I think this one is like the best so far, right? So you can see like I can minimize, you can run a PowerPoint presentation right here, which is cool. So as you can see, I can show like a website, something that, you may be browsing or just doing any random presentation on a different screen, which would actually be cool. All right. So that's how you can do. And of course you can brand it. You can add, this is where you can see the chat. You can see the public chat. You can see the Q&A coming in. So if people have questions, you can actually type in their questions. You can run polls and you can brand it. As you can see, I've already added my logo. You can choose colors. You can choose the style of your name. As you can see, I can choose, change this, right, of your name tag here. You can all do that. You can add more, more text, if you want to do like add some banners and things like that. You can add media, you can add songs, you can add, like play videos and things like that, which is pretty cool. So at this point, we are not really like, live. If somebody was to kind of join you, they wouldn't see anything. We'll just give them a message to kind of wait. Again, remember, if you wanted to live stream, you can actually toggle. You can add a destination here. You can add things like YouTube. So if I do live stream to social media, I can add a destination. I can add YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. I can even do custom RTMP. But this is not what I want. I just want it to be hosted inside Riverside. So you can simply go to start recording. Usually, so once you start recording, people can actually join, no problem. So if you click here to this icon, and I will actually go click to Riverside, okay, and just show you what we are seeing. So as you can see, this is what the form is gonna look like. Now, the first thing, obviously, you wanna put your name. So I'm just gonna put Sam. All right, and I'm gonna send it to my other email so that I don't have any conflict. So I'm gonna put my email here. All right, and then click save my spot. And as you can see, it's giving me a link to join here, but also it's sending me an email. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually check my phone, and I'm gonna be able to join actually from my phone. So right now I got the email on my phone, and this is what it looks like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and click join the session. So as you can see, I'm seeing myself, no problem, and I'm even sending the chat, no problem. So now what we can do inside Riverside here, you can see there's an icon that says how many people are actually attending. You can see it says one person. And if I close this and I go here where it says chat, you can see that I'm getting the chat coming in here. Sam, that was me. That's my phone. I go to Q&A, there's nothing. But on the chat, you can see that I'm actually having some messages or some chat coming in. I can even show it on my screen if I want, if let's say it was a question, I can actually show it. Hey, this is Sam from the phone. Or I can say, hey, question, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with Q&A. So let's say I ask a question. Hey, how can I make a lot of money? That's an example. All right, now I put it under Q&A, and as you can see, if I click this chat and there's a Q&A, so I go to Q&A and then I can just show it. Hey, how can I make a lot of money? As a question. So this is how you run it. Once you're done, obviously you can stop it, and once you stop, obviously because it has been recording, you're gonna have a recording kind of ready to go, and that recording can be repurposed into multiple clips, shorts, which is cool inside of Riverside, by the way. Okay, and of course, if you want to edit, you can still edit inside of Riverside, or maybe you want to turn it into a podcast, whatever you want, you got it inside of Riverside. You can also decide to leave the studio, so you can just click end the session for all, or just simply leave the studio. For now, we're just gonna end the studio for all. So as you can see, Riverside is a powerful tool for creating webinars. However, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is not the only thing it can do. So make sure you check out Riverside down below. I'm gonna leave a link in my description. You can try it for free, or if you decide to pick up one of their paid plans, obviously we have a discount code. Again, use live production to get 15% off. But other than that, guys, remember Riverside can also be used for live streaming and podcasting. And in my next video, I'm gonna show you exactly step by step how to use Riverside to do those two things. The video is gonna be linked right here, so make sure to check it out, and I'll see you there, guys. Take care.